Well. Welcome to a video on how to get good at Kernel Corn, perhaps the most overtuned stock class in the game. Players who are able to master what is essentially a foot soldier on crack will be able to win more fights than the number of updates Overwatch received in the last 2 years. Let's get started. This walking cornstalk is an assault class specialized in dealing a shit ton of damage and killing things. Basically your run of the mill I do not give a fuck about the objective and just want to kill people class, and does that role exceptionally well in more ways than one. They have 150 health and move at a fairly decent speed, making him surprisingly tanky as an assault class. His primary is a pair of rapid fire cop busters that essentially acts as an automatic assault rifle, except the extra magazines literally come out of his ass. The weapon fires at 575 rounds per minute and has a massive 45 rounds per clip before needing to take a lengthy 2.5 second reload. Each shot fired deals 7.5 damage for a normal hit and 9 damage for a critical hit, and whilst the weapon does have damage drop off, it only goes down to 6.5 for a normal hit and 7.8 damage for a critical hit at medium range, so have fun sniping people with an assault rifle, especially since your large clip size encourages this kind of behavior. Corn's first ability is the Shuck Shot. This ability causes Corn to slow down for a moment whilst charging up a pair of highly damaging cobs before launching them forward. Any unfortunate shit who happens to be too busy simping for your local hot tub streamer will be hit for a massive 125 damage per projectile and up to 25 for the splash per projectile, meaning that if you score a direct hit with both, you can instantly kill any of the character roster outside of the mechs, and even then they'll have fuck all health to work with. This is best used at either close range or if you spot someone who forgot to charge their controller. Once used, the ability goes on a 24-second cooldown. Corn's second ability is the Butter Barrage. This will make Corn throw a hot potato in the direction he is currently looking in. This potato will indicate where the airstrike will take place and can either be thrown far distances to reach fights out of range or at the ground for near instant activation. For once it settles, 12 pieces of butter will fall from the sky in an X formation and explode 1 second after landing, dealing up to 20 damage for each piece of butter. An additional 20 damage is also dealt if a piece of butter lands directly on an enemy's head. This is best used as either an artillery shield or to force enemies off objectives, though you will have to ensure that the area has direct access to the sky, otherwise they will end up landing on a ceiling that'll hit no one, so be sure to keep this in mind. Once used, the ability goes on a 35-second cooldown. Finally, we have the most infamous ability in the game, the one that has caused controllers and keyboards to be smashed, the dreaded Husk Hop. This shit causes Corn to fly into the sky, traveling a large distance forward whilst also raining down corn upon them. It's this damage part that is absolutely ludicrous, as the weapon Husk Hop uses fires at a fast as fuck 1750 rounds per minute and can deal up to 22.5 damage per hit normally and 25.5 for a critical hit and up to 7.5 for the splash. To put this into translation, this means that pretty much anything outside of an infinity time mech will cease to fucking exist if the Corn is able to pull it off correctly, which is surprisingly easy to do, since you can just move backwards whilst using it and erase anything directly beneath you. Once used, the ability goes on a 30-second cooldown. In terms of strengths, Corn is a strong jack of all trades, having access to both a high damage primary that is great at long range, as well as 3 abilities that can very easily get the job done when needed. His health pool of 150 also makes him decently tanky, allowing him to sponge quite a bit of damage and pull off riskier maneuvers. Husk Hop can also end fights that you simply cannot be fucked to deal with. Corn's only real weakness, however, would be that he doesn't have as much mobility options as other classes, so you will have to walk to your destinations most of the time, as whilst Husk Hop can get you quite far, it can also be used to kill people, so you will have to pick and choose as to when to use it, and hope that you won't need it in the near future. Thanks to this guide, you will now be the master of instant killing anything with a single button press and smile with glee as you get hate mail from every person you Husk Hop to death. Be sure to come back for the next episode next week. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more shit like this. Have fun.